Most people over 60 treat daytime napping like a harmless indulgence. They're wrong. It's one of the most underestimated threats to long-term health, and it's silently wrecking your sleep architecture, one snooze at a time. Sleep architecture changes with age. By 60, most people experience lighter, more fragmented sleep, reduced slow-wave, deep sleep, and earlier waking times. These shifts are natural, but excessive daytime napping, especially unplanned, long or frequent naps, can exacerbate health problems and degrade sleep quality. Here's what the latest research reveals about daytime sleeping in older adults, its potential impact on the brain and cardiovascular system, and the evidence-based strategies to reset circadian rhythm and restore restful nighttime sleep. The science of sleep and aging sleep is governed by two primary systems: the homeostatic sleep drive and the circadian rhythm. As we age, the homeostatic drive weakens, meaning we feel less pressure to sleep after being awake for long periods. Meanwhile, the circadian rhythm, our internal clock regulated by the suprachiasmatic nucleus in the hypothalamus, tends to shift earlier, leading to advanced sleep phase syndrome. This makes it more likely for older adults to feel sleepy in the early evening and wake up pre-dawn. Reduced melatonin production, decreased physical activity, and chronic disease all further disrupt sleep efficiency. To compensate for poor nighttime sleep, many older adults nap during the day, but the solution often becomes part of the problem. Cardiovascular consequences of excessive napping. A 2022 meta-analysis in hypertension found that individuals over 60 who nap more than 60 minutes per day have a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease, including hypertension and ischemic stroke. The physiological mechanism is twofold. Circadian disruption. Irregular daytime napping blunts the amplitude of circadian rhythms, particularly in heart rate variability. This can lead to sustained elevations in sympathetic nervous system activity, contributing to elevated blood pressure. Reduced sleep consolidation. Napping can fragment the core sleep window at night. Without adequate deep and REM sleep, the heart loses key restorative periods tied to autonomic recalibration and nocturnal dipping of blood pressure. In essence, long naps push sleep pressure into daylight hours, confuse the circadian signal, and rob the body of the uninterrupted rest it needs at night. In one 2019 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, researchers tracked over 10,000 older adults and found that those who took long naps daily were 34% more likely to experience cardiovascular events, even after adjusting for comorbidities. The takeaway is clear: the heart does not thrive under irregular or fragmented rest patterns. Neurocognitive impact, memory, focus, and risk of dementia. The brain undergoes nightly maintenance during sleep, especially during slow-wave and REM stages. These are the phases in which the glymphatic system clears beta amyloid and tau proteins, both implicated in neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Excessive daytime sleep can interfere with achieving deep sleep at night. One large cohort study in JAMA Neurology, 2021, found that older adults who regularly napped during the day had a 20 to 40% increased risk of developing cognitive decline within 5 years. Short, early afternoon naps under 30 minutes can improve cognitive function without compromising nocturnal sleep. But naps longer than that, especially later in the day, are associated with worse executive function and memory performance over time. In neuroimaging studies, habitual long nappers have shown lower hippocampal volume and reduced connectivity in the default mode network, both biomarkers associated with early cognitive decline. What causes increased daytime sleepiness in older adults? Sleep fragmentation due to nocturia, pain, or apnea. Medication side effects, including sedatives, beta blockers, antihistamines, or antidepressants. depression or social isolation, reducing cognitive and emotional stimulation. Poor light exposure, weakening circadian entrainment, especially during winter months. Additionally, sleep disorders like REM behavior disorder or periodic limb movement disorder are underdiagnosed in the elderly and often dismissed as just aging. These conditions significantly degrade sleep quality and must be ruled out in any persistent case of daytime sleepiness. Resetting the clock. Practical, science-backed fixes. Limit naps to 20 minutes max, ideally before 2 p.m. This aligns with the post-lunch dip in alertness driven by circadian rhythms. Long naps late in the day confuse the hypothalamic signal. Morning bright light exposure. A minimum of 30 minutes of direct natural light or a 10,000 lux light box within an hour of waking helps reset the circadian phase and suppress residual melatonin. Optimize sleep hygiene. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, including weekends. Avoid screens, caffeine, and intense activity 90 minutes before bed. Keep your bedroom between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit and completely dark. Evening melatonin supplementation, low dose, 0.3 to 0.5 milligrams about 2 hours before bedtime may assist in advancing the sleep phase in older adults with delayed or disrupted rhythms. High doses are not more effective and can lead to next-day grogginess. Increase daytime activity. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. Walking, light resistance training, or Tai Chi can elevate sleep pressure, regulate cortisol rhythms, and reduce daytime fatigue. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, this remains the gold standard for chronic insomnia in older adults and outperforms medications in long-term outcomes. CBTI techniques include stimulus control, sleep restriction, and cognitive restructuring. Evaluate underlying health conditions. Screen for sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, thyroid dysfunction, and mood disorders. Rule out medication-induced drowsiness with your healthcare provider. In certain cases, actigraphy or polysomnography may be warranted to clarify complex sleep pathologies. Benefits of fixing sleep patterns. After 60. When daytime napping is reduced and nighttime sleep improves, older adults report lower resting blood pressure, improved short-term memory and word recall, greater daytime alertness and emotional stability, decreased risk of falls and nighttime confusion, stronger immune function and reduced systemic inflammation, improved glucose metabolism and reduced insulin resistance, enhanced quality of life scores in domains of mood, vitality, and social engagement. Sleep isn't just a passive state, it's a biological investment in brain plasticity, cardiovascular health, hormonal balance, and emotional regulation. After age 60, prioritizing sleep is not a luxury, it's a survival strategy. The pull toward a daytime nap can feel overwhelming, especially after a poor night's sleep. But with discipline, environmental tuning, and the right interventions, it's possible to retrain your brain and reclaim deep, healing rest. Aging may be inevitable, but how well you age depends, in no small part, on how well you sleep. If this information helped you, consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the bell to stay updated on new science-backed videos to help you feel stronger, think sharper, and age with power. Thank you for watching. Take care of each other and be well.